If you're wondering whether your 3-year-old is ready for preschool, you're asking exactly the right question at exactly the right time. Starting too early can be stressful for your child, but waiting too long might mean missing valuable learning opportunities. So how do you know when the timing is right? Today I'm sharing the 5 clear signs that tell you your child is developmentally ready for the preschool experience. And I promise, this isn't about academics. Let's dive in. Welcome back to Jessica's Parenting Journal. I'm Jessica L. Stevenson, and if you're new here, this channel is all about giving you practical, research-backed parenting guidance for every stage. Make sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell so you don't miss future videos. Now, one of the biggest questions I hear from parents around age 3 is my child ready for preschool? And honestly, it's such a valid concern. Every child develops at their own pace, and preschool readiness varies widely. The good news? There are clear developmental indicators that show when your child is ready to thrive in a preschool environment. Here's what we're covering today: the 5 most important readiness signs, what to look for, what's normal, and what to do if your child isn't quite ready yet. By the end of this video, you'll have complete clarity on whether your child is ready for this big milestone. Sign number 1, they can separate from you without major distress. Now let me be clear, this doesn't mean your child won't cry on the first day of preschool. Many children do, and that's completely normal. But a preschool-ready child can generally handle short separations from parents without complete meltdowns. Here's what readiness actually looks like. Your child can stay with a babysitter or family member for a few hours without extreme anxiety. They might cry when you leave, but they recover relatively quickly. Usually within 5 to 10 minutes, they show interest in playing with other children, and they don't cling constantly when you're in new environments. On the flip side, not quite ready looks like extreme anxiety about any separation. We're talking crying that lasts 30 minutes or more after you leave. Physical symptoms like stomach aches or crying fits at just the mention of separation. Or never wanting to be apart from you, even briefly. And here's the important part. If your child struggles with separation, that's completely okay. This is a skill you can work on gradually. Try short play dates, brief babysitter visits, and talk positively about preschool. Many children actually develop this skill once they start preschool, but having some foundation makes the transition so much easier for everyone. Sign number 2, they have basic self-care skills. Now, preschool teachers are amazing, but they're not expecting perfection. What they do need is for your child to be working toward basic independence with everyday tasks. Here are the key self-care skills to look for. Can your child use the bathroom independently, or are they actively potty training? Can they wash their hands with minimal help? Do they attempt to put on their own shoes and jacket, even if they need help finishing? Can they eat finger foods and use utensils somewhat effectively? And crucially, can they communicate when they need help? Most preschools don't require complete potty training, but your child should be showing interest and making progress. The goal isn't perfection. It's that your child can handle basic needs without constant one-on-one adult assistance. And here's why this matters. In a typical preschool classroom, you'll have 1 or 2 teachers managing 10 to 15 students. They simply can't provide the same level of individual care that you provide at home. Your child needs enough independence to function in a group setting. Think of it this way. If your child needs help with every single step of washing hands, using the bathroom, putting on their jacket, and eating lunch, the teacher would spend their entire day just helping your child with basic care, instead of facilitating learning and play for the whole group. Sign number 3. They show interest in other children and group play. Preschool is inherently social, so this one's really important. Now, parallel play, that's playing alongside but not directly with other children, is still totally normal at ages 3 and 4. You're not looking for your child to be a social butterfly. You're just looking for signs that they're interested in and somewhat comfortable around other children. Signs of social readiness include watching other children play with genuine interest, occasionally joining in group activities, showing excitement about the idea of having friends, sharing toys at least sometimes. And I want to emphasize sometimes, because sharing is hard for this age, and being able to take turns in simple games. Don't worry if your child still prefers solitary play sometimes, has conflicts with peers. That's totally normal, needs reminders about sharing, or gets shy in new situations. These are all age-appropriate behaviors. Here's the beautiful thing. Preschool actually helps develop social skills. You're not looking for perfect social behavior. That doesn't exist at this age. You're just looking for signs that your child is interested in and somewhat comfortable around other children. If they light up when they see kids at the playground, or they talk about wanting friends, or they watch other children with curiosity, these are all great signs. Sign number 4. They can follow simple instructions and routines. Preschool involves group activities, transitions between different parts of the day, and following directions. Your child should be able to understand, and this is key, at least attempt to follow basic 1- or 2-step instructions. What teachers need to see. Can your child follow directions like, please put the toys in the bin? Do they understand simple routines, things like snack time, circle time, outdoor play? Can they sit for short periods during story or activity time? We're talking 5 to 10 minutes here, not an hour. Do they respond when their name is called? And can they transition between activities with reminders? Now, this doesn't mean perfect compliance. All preschoolers test boundaries and resist sometimes. That's developmentally normal. But your child should generally understand what's being asked and be capable of cooperating most of the time. Red flags to watch for. If your child cannot follow any instructions, seems not to understand simple directions even when demonstrated, or cannot sit still for even brief periods, I'd recommend discussing this with your pediatrician. These could be developmental concerns worth addressing, and early intervention can make a huge difference. And sign number 5, they can communicate their basic needs. Your child doesn't need to speak in complete sentences or have perfect grammar, but they do need to be able to communicate essential information to teachers and peers. Here are the communication essentials. Can they say when they need to use the bathroom? Can they express when they're hungry, thirsty, or don't feel well? Can they ask for help when needed? Do they use words to express wants, not just pointing or crying? And can they make themselves understood by adults outside the family? Because let's be honest, we parents become experts at decoding our own children's unique speech. Now, if your child has speech delays, don't panic. Many preschools accept children with speech delays and can actually help with language development. The key question is whether your child can communicate basic needs somehow, whether that's through words, signs, or even picture cards. If your child has identified speech or language delays, I highly recommend discussing this with potential preschools during your visits. Many have experience supporting children with various communication needs, and they can tell you whether their program is a good fit for your child's current abilities. So what if your child doesn't check all these boxes? Here's the truth. That's completely normal. Readiness varies widely from child to child, and there is no prize for starting preschool earliest. You have several great options here. You can wait a few months. Sometimes just a few extra months of development make a huge difference. You can start part-time. Many preschools offer 2 or 3 days per week options that are less overwhelming. You can work on specific skills at home, focus on the areas where your child needs more support. Or you can consider a program specifically designed for younger 3s that provides more individualized attention. Remember, the goal isn't to rush your child into preschool. The goal is to ensure they're ready to benefit from and actually enjoy the experience when they do start. Starting before they're ready can lead to stress, behavioral issues, and a negative association with school. Waiting until they're ready leads to confidence, enjoyment, and a positive foundation for their educational journey. There's no universal right age for preschool. Some children are ready at 2.5, others aren't ready until 4. Both are completely fine. So here's the bottom line. Preschool readiness isn't about academic skills. It's not about knowing the alphabet or counting to 20. It's about social, emotional, and self-care development. If your child shows most of these 5 signs, they're probably ready for the preschool adventure. If they're not showing these signs yet, Giving them a bit more time is perfectly fine and might actually set them up for greater success. Trust your parental instincts on this one. You know your child better than anyone else. If something feels off, wait. If they seem ready, go for it. Either way, your child will get there when the time is right for them. Now, if you want a complete, step-by-step approach to preschool readiness, I've created a comprehensive guide that takes all the guesswork out of this process. My book, Step-by-Step Guide to Preschool Readiness, includes detailed assessment checklists, specific skill-building activities you can do at home, and a month-by-month preparation plan. It's designed to help you systematically prepare your child for their first big school experience with confidence. You'll find the link in the description below. It's available on Amazon. Quick disclaimer: everything I share is for educational purposes and based on general child development research. Every child is unique and develops at their own pace. For specific concerns about your child's development, always consult your pediatrician or a qualified specialist. Thank you. If you found this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel for more practical parenting guidance. Drop a comment below and let me know. Is your child heading to preschool soon? What questions do you still have about readiness? I read every comment and I'd love to hear from you. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.